Good morning, friends. Welcome to Ezekiel Patlele Public Library Reading Hour. Today, I'll be reading a story by the girl who accidentally went to space. This story is also available at Nal'iBali and it's by Janine Vermaak. The story is also available in Afrikaans, isiXhosa, isiZulu, Sepedi, Sesotho, Setswana, Seswati, Xitsonga. The story read as follows. Lesedi loved the stars. While other children couldn't wait for it to be morning, she couldn't wait for night time. She wasn't scared of the dark at all. She loved to go outside before bedtime just to look up in the night sky. Now, imagine all the stars she saw. Hundreds and hundreds of bright, twinkling stars and the big round yellow moon. It's bedtime, Lesedi called the little girl's mother. I'm coming, Mama, Lesedi called back. But Lesedi wasn't ready to go inside. She wanted to count the stars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lesedi had counted up to 123 when she heard her mother call again. She turned to go indoors. She noticed a huge bright light in the sky. It was coming closer and closer. It was a giant spaceship. Lesedi did not take her eyes off it and watched it as it landed right there in her garden. Lesedi walked over the spaceship and touched it. It was smooth, shiny, and felt warm. A big door on the side suddenly opened and a ramp lowered on the ground. Maybe I can have a quick look inside, thought Lesedi. Slowly, she walked up the ramp. There was a bright light and red and blue buttons everywhere. But it was the giant orange button below one of the windows that grabbed her attention. I wonder what will happen if I press that, she said aloud. Beep went the button as she pressed it. The door slammed close and there was a loud boom as the engine started up. Next, she heard a voice over a speaker say, Spaceship launching in 3, 2, 1. Lesedi felt the spaceship move. It shook from left to right. It shook up and down, and then it lifted off with a bang. Mama is going to be so cross, thought Lesedi. But she had a big smile on her face. She was finally going to space. Through the spaceship windows, she could see her house getting smaller and smaller as she flew upwards. She waved and said, Bye-bye, Mama. I won't be long. Up, up went the spaceship. It waved and around the stars. It looped around and around the planet and soared further and further into space. Wait until I tell Tabo and Amina about this at school, she thought. Lesedi was still looking out the window when she saw something up ahead. Could it be? Yes, it was. It was the moon. And there was a man standing on it. He seemed to be waving at her. It's the man on the moon! Shrieked Lesedi with excitement. The man kept waving until the spaceship landed on the moon with a soft thump. Then he walked over and knocked on Lesedi's window. Hello, he said through the glass. I don't get many visitors. What's your name? I'm Lesedi, she said proudly. I'm not supposed to be here. This isn't my spaceship. It landed in our garden, so I got in, then it took off. That must be because you are born explorer, said the man. I am. I love space, and I especially love the stars. In fact, my name is Lesedi, means light, she said. That's wonderful. Here's something to take home with you. Lesedi opened the window and held out her hand. The man gave her a small rock. It's a special moon rock. Now you have something that will help you always remember your adventure. Thank you so much, man on the moon. Even though Lesedi was enjoying her adventure, she was starting to feel a bit tired. Goodness, Mama is going to be worried about me, she thought, yawning. She looked around. Maybe if I press that orange button again, the spaceship will take me back home. So she pressed it. Immediately a voice came through the speaker again, saying, Return journey beginning in 3, 2, 1. Goodbye, man on the moon, called Lesedi quickly. Goodbye, Lesedi. Hope I see you again, he said, waving at her. The spaceship lifted off the moon and slowly turned around. Lesedi could see planet Earth far below. It looked like a blue bouncing ball she and her friends loved to play with. Then she felt the spaceship whoosh down, down, down until it landed in her garden with a bump. The door opened and the ramp came down. I'm home! Shouted Lesedi. She ran down the ramp and looked up the big round yellow moon and thought that she saw a tiny man waving. When Lesedi's mother came outside looking for her, she found her daughter lying fast asleep on the grass. Oh, my little girl, you must have been so tired. She picked her up. She carried Lesedi inside and tucked her into bed. Then she felt something in Lesedi's hand. It was a round grey stone. Funny little girl, she smiled, kissing Lesedi's forehead. Then she switched off the lights and left the room, not noticing that the round grey stone was glowing in the dark. The end.